This week's episode has been brought to you by Infinity Logistics Enterprise. Why worry about sending tons of emails, making tons of calls, and paying tons of invoices for your tons of shipments when a freight broker will do it all on your behalf? Save yourself time and resources by contacting the good folks at Infinity Logistics Enterprise. Their phone number is 708-991-7608, or you can hit up the website at www.infinitylogisticenterprise.com. Also hit them on the email at info@infinitylogisticenterprise.com. Hey, what's going on, man? New year, new set. Same us.
Hey.
On today's episode, it's a driver's shortage in Greensboro?
Guilford County do better. And Antonio Brown, what's up, though? I feel you. Holla at me. We can work something out.
Let's get right to the crazy. Let's start the show. ShopTalk NC. Wipe your feet. Come on in. Hey, close my door behind you. Hey, man, thank y'all so much for tuning in. Welcome to another episode, the first episode of 2022 of the ShopTalk NC podcast/show. I'm your man, 58 South.
It's your girl, C-Lowe, in the building.
Just so you know, we did not fire anybody for the... We did not fire anybody for the new show. It's not a new year, new us, none of that type of stuff, man.
No. We miss our family.
Right. Our other player partners had personal things they had to go handle, so, you know, we can't wait for them to get back, but, you know, go handle your business how you handle your business. Low.
What it do, homie? Happy New Year.
Already. Before we begin, I do want to say a special rest in peace to a young man. Unfortunately, I didn't have the privilege of getting to know him like that, but I know his mother and the rest of his family. So rest in peace to Mr. Zion Meadows, you know, affectionately known as Point 5 down there in the Maysville community. Our thoughts and prayers with everybody, you know what I mean, in the Maysville community, his whole family, friends, schoolmates, everybody who held that young man close to their heart. So rest in peace, Zion Meadows, a.k.a. Point 5. You know
Definitely.
How you been, man? How you bring in the new year? What you been doing? You know what I'm saying? We actually took the week off during the new year.
We did. We did.
What was you doing?
I mean, just chilling. I was real low-key this New Year's.
Okay.
I didn't really do anything at all. Just chilled, honestly. And then I just been, like, chilling and just trying to vibe out and...
Sound like a whole hippie right now. Talking about the vibe,
just trying to get into the groove, but I did come up with my 2022 resolution. I do that every year. I always go by a slogan or something that I try to go through.
So what's yours for this year?
So for this year, I chose the slogan as to fall out of love so I can fall into love with other things.
Please explain.
So, glad you asked.
Me too.
So with that, so the first thing, for me, instant, everybody's like, new me, new year, and they do the weight loss thing. Well, I'm comfortable being the big girl that I am, and I love me, and I love everything about me, and other people do too. So, it's like I'm comfortable. So I want to get my mindset. It's like I can start to eat healthy, I can work out, and then it's like I don't feel like doing this. I'm sexy, I don't need to do this. And so my mindset this year is to fall out of love with the big self of Courtney, so I can be in love and go for a healthier version of Courtney. So, you know what I mean? We get comfortable and we get complacent at where we're at. Like, that's where I am. Like, I'm comfortable, I'm complacent. So why not challenge myself? Why not do a better version, a healthier version of me? So I can fall in love, you know what I mean? And that goes for pretty much every aspect, like friendships, even prospect. I know for my love life situation, I gotta fall out of love with people that don't love me, so I can move it. I mean, there are people that be just want to love me, and I won't love them.
Are we confusing love with another 4-letter word?
Nope.
Okay.
I don't know if they do, but I know what I'm talking about. But
okay.
So it's for everything, I want to be a better me. So everything that I'm comfortable with, whether it's food or anything. I just want to be uncomfortable so I can be comfortable for a positive aspect of it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
That's what I mean by that.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, fall out of love with stuff so you can fall back in love with stuff. You know what I mean?
like
Words from the guru.
There you go.
C-Lowe.
Fall out of love with the fast food.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Out to eating all the time. Like, cook you something. Take 15, 20 minutes and whip something up in the kitchen that's healthy. You know what I mean? Change your lifestyle. Change your thinking. Like, it's more of a whole mindset change. You know what I mean? So I feel like once that happens, then other things can happen. Because, I mean, like, I will say I've been pretty comfortable. I have built a great life for myself. Right. And, you know, I say that all the time, and people are like, "Oh, what's so great about your life?" But I mean, like, you know what I mean? Like, what's so great? Like, what are you? Like, Like, are you a millionaire? No, I'm not, but I'm almost there. Okay. So, like, it's just like, and so I want to be a millionaire this year.
See, we stunned on people in 2022.
You know what I mean? Like, this year I want to become a millionaire, so everybody can be like, "What's so great?" So if you think money's so great, then this year I want to bust out of that barrier. Like, tired of being comfortable. Like, y'all think I'm just low key. I'm about to 2022.
I know y'all at home like, yo, she don't never talk this much on the show, but like, this is her. Like this the Courtney. This the low. Excuse me. This the low that I be telling her to bring to the show every week. But whatever.
And it's 2022 and it's here.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm here.
Speaking of stuff I've been telling you to do, that jingling on your wrist. Did you make that?
I did.
And what's the name of the business that you created that makes those, Lo?
So, Sidney Sensations is branching out. So, of course, I launched and did.
Can't branch out until you tell the people about it in the first place, Lo.
That's true. So, Sidney Sensations is named after my mom, right? So, we used to do.
Her name, rest in peace, Miss Cindy. Her name is Cindy. It's Miss Cindy.
So we used to do nail appointments, and that was our thing. So I started a nail business with fake nails. Okay. But they're not just your average fake nails. They're like your luxury fake nails. They're gel nails. So these are sets. I do all my nails are things that I design. And so now the other thing was she liked jewelry. So I started making the jewelry, and I'm going to branch out and selling that. And so these are a couple of pieces that may be coming out. So I'm going to do better about social media because I'm trying to tell you, like, doing, like, designing and then trying to do the social media aspect of it.
All I'm saying is, Lo, you got a whole show here. You can, you know what I mean? You can use this to promote your stuff. I've been telling you that, but, you know, it's cool.
Thanks, homie. I appreciate it.
Ain't no problem, man. Ain't no problem.
But y'all can go to my website, Sidney Sensations.
We'll put it in the description also.
Absolutely. Follow me on social media. I'm on Facebook and Instagram. And, you know, if there's something that you don't see and you want, shoot me an email. I got you.
That's what's up.
Got you.
Send that sensations, the homie Lo. You know what I mean? My 2022 has been great because I treat every day just grateful to be here every day.
I know that's
so, yeah, man, I got some things in the works. As you see, we already started.
Okay.
Started changing the set.
We fancy now.
Yeah, a little bit. I started, you know, I said a while ago, like, I'm going to keep making it look different.
And you did.
Yeah.
It looks good. Minus y'all, it's hot in here, okay? Like,
it's the lights.
I feel like
it's the lights, man.
By the time the show is over, y'all gonna see my afro, okay? So don't judge me, all right? Just watch the growth, okay?
Literally. See, we got us a marquee. You know what I mean?
Hey.
Yeah, it ain't cost much, but hey, it's just something to add to the set.
It don't matter how it costs. It look good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
We look a little bit more professional. You know what I'm saying? Look like a kickback. The last joints we were doing. Got rid of the couches. Got some grown people stools, and me. Lo is even talking into the microphone. So
because I have no choice, because he got me in this high ass stool, so I ain't got no choice but to go forward to the mic. Like, I can't sit back, I can't lean no other way, but in the mother.
That was by design. It works, fellas. You ain't gotta always say stuff all the time. Just you know, position it a certain way. Anyway. So anyhow, Lo, you sent me something very interesting. You sent that today? Was that today? That was today, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, about the school bus situation in Guilford County. Can you please expound a little bit more on it for the folks?
So everybody knows because of COVID,
Right.
we've had bus driver shortages.
Right.
And there's been late routes, complaints, all this stuff that the Guilford County school system has had to deal with. So over the weekend, they made a decision that they were going to suspend service to several high schools, which I am furious about because you did not give one. I mean, I get it's high school, so automatically people are thinking that, oh, everybody has a car and everybody can drive. Well, that's not the case in the certain situation in the areas that they did it. So every area that they suspended it is most of our minority schools, low income areas. So they suspended the bus routes and they did it over the weekend. So now you come Monday morning and tell parents that we're no longer transporting your child to school
For free.
for free.
Well, not really for free, but for your tax money. We're not.
So figure it out. But there are other alternatives like the bus stop and the transits. And
That you have to pay to get on when they pay taxes already for the free bus.
Guilford County, how dare you? How dare you do this to our kids? And then you still want to uphold our kids to their attendance records and this and that and hold them accountable with stuff. But you are not upholding your contract. Like it's public schools. It's your job to get these kids from their house to the schoolhouse. That's what you're supposed to do. And if there's back home. And if there's a shortage, okay, I understand that. But you got people that are in offices that get paid big money. Figure it out. Stop sitting there lollygagging and sitting on your behinds. I almost said something else.
It's cool. Cool.
Like, and it's just it pisses me off because they don't care because it's not their kids. It's not in their. Most of the people that sit on the education board and make these decisions do not look like you and I. Okay, so
I doubt as many people on the board with dreads.
And they're, even if the ones, like, there are some that are our color that fight for us and stuff, but this right here is absurd. And it's not okay. And I need Guilford County to fix it by Wednesday. Like, not even the end of the week. Like, you can turn around and fix everything else miraculously. Like, make a solution. We've had COVID. We knew this was coming. Make a solution. And this is not the solution. Like, what are kids going to do?
Well, the kids are a very important angle. I was thinking more of the parent of those children. So it's like, I have to be to work at a certain time. I'm talking as a parent, not me. I don't have kids yet. So I have to be to work at a certain time. You don't know if this parent might be one of them parents who might even be on their last leg at their job. You can't come late again. You know what I mean? So now you giving me not really much of a notice to have to switch up my routine and try to figure this out. You know what I'm saying? That's very inconsiderate when, like you said, we've been dealing with this for a long time. It should have been protocols in place and at least some type of like backup temporary bus driving situation, scab worker type thing, you know what I mean? And you don't know what I mean. I'm going to quit saying that. But yeah, there should be contingency plans in place for stuff like this. So I thought.
There should be. I know that at the charter school I worked at, and because we don't have a bus service at the charter school, right? So, like, for our games and other aspects of things, for field trips, it was encouraged and kind of required that if you taught there or coached there, that you had to get your CDLs. So everybody there primarily has their CDLs. I know other teachers that the school system encourages this, and so they have their CDLs. So, like, you have a lot of not students, but you have a lot of teachers that are there that could, potentially step up and help out. But what the problem is you still don't want to pay our teachers, so then you definitely don't want to pay them extra to drive the bus to help this situation out because you just want to sit there on your money and get paid. Enough is enough. Like, we keep talking about the kids and are our future. Well, let's act like it. And then it goes back to what you're saying, our parents. Like, our parents are more stressed. They got to figure stuff out. And then you're going to penalize them. Like, if the kids can't come to, you know what I mean? If they're not showing up, then you're going to make a call like, I just want to know why Johnny wasn't in school today and what's going on.
Oh, yeah, and in 2022, we're no longer going to just call the little kid Johnny for some reason. I just don't know why, but I'm tired of calling him Johnny. I don't care
We're
about
making
Johnny's
up a new
apples.
name
Yeah,
in
I don't care
2022.
about
What's the
Johnny's
name?
apples.
What's the
Jaleel.
name?
We call him Jaleel.
Okay. I
Care
just
nothing
want to know
about Johnny's apples.
why Jaleel wasn't in school today, and then you got the parent like, what you mean? You stopped the bus service. How Jaleel supposed to get to school? Like, it's
Well, that
better.
actually, I didn't mean to cut you.
no,
Okay.
I'm cool.
You was very passionate about this.
I
Like,
am
yo,
because
top lip sweating. Well,
I deal with kids and stuff. That's my nonprofit, and kids are here. It tugs on my heart.
All right.
But it's also hot in here, so that's why I'm sweating.
The lighting, man. It's the lighting. But that also ties into this story I saw over the past week about Chicago and how the teachers in Chicago quit working. They just themselves were like, no, we're just going to go to remote learning. Yeah. And
okay.
Yeah. So it's kind of I don't want to say a battle because that's a strong word to use, but it's seems to be a tug of war between them and the mayor, because the mayor actually, Lori Lightfoot, the lady who was with all the memes because she always wear the pantsuit. I mean, I ain't got nothing against her. So I'm just saying, you know what I'm talking about though. You know what I'm talking about though, right? See, you get it. I just want to make it relatable. She actually got on the podium and she was kind of trying to make it seem as though the teachers were doing a disservice by staying home, and I didn't think that was cool, because you don't want the teachers union against the mayor. That's not a fight anybody wants to see. Like nobody wins in that. It's the kids are the ones suffering in this whole situation. So yeah, pay the people what they're worth, man. Just pay the people what they're worth. I mean that for everybody across the board, man. Healthcare workers,
especially healthcare workers, because there is, if you notice, well, I don't know if you heard about what's going on like up north and some surrounding areas. So they fired the healthcare workers who did not get vaccinated.
New
right?
York.
And now
are they coming down here to get
hiring people who are positive, like COVID positive workers. Yes.
But you just fired them people.
They're high, and I was like, they did this whole news conference and trying to make it make sense. I'm like, how does that make sense? So you fired the people that did not have COVID, and you fired them because they didn't want to get vaccinated.
No. Oh, okay. So they didn't know if they had.
So, well, I mean, they had to get tested weekly because they weren't vaccinated.
Gotcha.
They weren't COVID positive, but you got people that are in the system and show that they are actively COVID positive, but because they had the vaccine and they're COVID positive, you're still hiring them back to work because you have a shortage. You created.
You created the shortage.
Let me tell you this. I guess people are proud to be an American. Well, at least they know they free.
You are crazy.
I'm just saying, like, I mean, make this shit make sense.
Yeah.
Make it make sense. I can't.
Speaking of things making sense, salute to the folks, well, not even the folks, who was the judge who did the sentencing for the 3 men on the Ahmaud Arbery case. The 3 gentlemen have life. One has life with the possibility of parole. 2 of them do not. I didn't take the liberty of remembering the names. Because it doesn't matter, you know what I mean?
They asses is going to jail, and they deserve it.
They're not going to jail, they're going to prison.
Prison for life.
Prison, you know?
Like, yeah. I'm ecstatic. And, like, I know it might sound messed up, but no, I'm ecstatic. Like, we lost one of our brothers, you know what I mean? Like, and when they were found guilty, it's always, they've pulled this stuff where, they found people guilty and then it comes some bullshit sentence, right? Well, they ain't BS this time. The judge made a statement and I am like, yes. Okay. See y'all later.
I'm not so ecstatic about it. I saw it. I was like, okay, cool. But that mom still got to live with the fact that she can't call her son. She can't go in that room without thinking about him. She can't go through her regular day without seeing something that's gonna remind her of her son.
Well, absolutely.
She can't hear certain things on the radio and have a flashback about it. So I'm never like.
So let me ask you this. So let's say they didn't get found guilty, or say they did get found guilty and they only had to do like 1 or 2 years. You think that she would feel like worse than whatever?
She would still feel the exact same way about it. I can't tell you how she would feel. I'm just telling you what I see that she would have to deal with, is the fact that your son isn't here. There's no amount of time you can get them guys to make her be like, cool, thank you, and live a normal life.
I mean, I don't think her life will be normal, but I do think that there is some sense of peace or like peace of mind for her, because yes, your son is not coming back.
Right.
And yes, you have to live with that every day. And your life is never going to be the same. But in that same token, at least you know that the people that are responsible for taking your son's life aren't free and aren't going to be out here getting the liberties that, like it was okay that they killed your son and they can live a normal life. So in that aspect, that's why I'm ecstatic, because they get to be punished, and at least hopefully that gives her some sound, you know what I mean? Like that's where the aspect I'm coming from, or that point of view.
I got you.
Yeah.
I said I was going to wait to talk about Elizabeth Hooper when everybody got back.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm going to wait on that. Y'all Google Elizabeth Hooper so y'all will be caught up when the rest of the gang get back. In case you didn't know, she was defrauding everybody with Theranos, making it seem like she could prick your blood and give you instant test results. But, yeah, we're going to hold off on that. We're going to hold off on that, man. She was the scammer of all scammers. I ain't talking about, y'all talking about Africans. Nah, Elizabeth Hooper. Oh, Holmes. Holmes. Her name is Elizabeth Holmes. Holmes. I'm sorry. Elizabeth Holmes.
The Nigerians.
Tripping. I know you wanted to talk about, did you want to talk about Sidney Poitier?
R.I.P. to a man who made so many accolades for our people you know what I mean? Like there would not be, who do y'all say, a Denzel or a Will Smith or Samuel L. Jackson. There would be none of these people if it wasn't for Sidney Poitier. Like, let's just be honest. Like, somebody sent me, like one of my friends sent me a clip. It was asking me like, do you know all of the movies? And I was like, I don't know all the movies. I know some of the movies, which was like kind of like, that's bad. I should know more. Like he's such a like.
Sidney Poitier was around when movies were in black and white. You ain't nobody finna tell me I should know all Sidney Poitier movies.
They sent me a clip and it was like, he was like one of the first. Like in the clip, it was like a white and a he was playing.
Was that To Kill a Mockingbird or Guess Who's Coming to Dinner or something like that?
And then like the man slapped him.
Oh, that was you talking about, that was in the heat of the night. He was Mr. Tibbs. When he slapped dude back, that wasn't part of the script.
Yeah, it wasn't part of the script, but like, you know what I'm saying? You've never seen like a black man hit a white man, like, back then? What? That was almost like when, what's the name, hit old Hoppo? Not Hoppo, yeah.
Nah, the dude, okay, so it's another white gentleman in the background. If you look at his face, you can tell that wasn't in the script. After he slapping back, it's another dude in the scene. Look at his face.
He is the, like, because he's like, are you going to do something about it? But his reaction when he does it, he's like, when I saw the clip, I was like, hell yeah. So R.I.P., like, it's a big loss. But I mean, he lived a good life. He was 94.
94 years of age. Yes.
That's a blessing.
R.I.P. Betty White, man.
Oh!
R.I.P. Betty White. You know what I mean? God really got to quit saying that. But,
R.I.P. Betty.
Man, that's how I know the beginning stages of the apocalypse are here. We lost Betty White. Somebody go see what Bob Barker got going on. Yeah, Bob's not gone. See? That's what everybody keep doing. Now that Betty gone, you're starting to think, well, who's still here? Yeah, Bob's still here, man.
What? I thought Bob was gone alone. I thought Bob was gone after
Nope.
He left with, what's he do?
Nope.
Wheel of Fortune?
Nah, you think
Not
Price is
Wheel
Right?
of Fortune. Price is Right. That's
Talking about when
it.
Drew Carey start doing Price is
Yeah.
Right? Nah. Bob's still somewhere doing something.
Dang, Lord. But you know, I saw a paper. It was like one of those newsstands, something on a newsstand. It was one of those magazines that was like, Betty takes on 100. They killed Betty off. Because she
That's
was
what got
99, and they have already published talking about some Betty takes 100. Oh, y'all killed Betty off. Like,
Unless now, just follow me. Betty faked her death like Parker and them, and she just ain't want to pay taxes. You know.
here you come with some Shauna conspiracy stuff. Like, y'all talking about?
Cause they're starting to show They're starting to show the old reruns of Golden Girls on Netflix.
I bet.
Starting with the pilot episode, my G.
I went back to see, like, when I heard about Betty White. So, you know, like 2021 just couldn't go out like silently. They had to take old Betty on the last day. You know what I mean?
Nah, straight
like,
up, she did die New Year's Eve though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, I went back to look when all the other ones had passed away, and they were like a year apart from each other. It started 2006, 2007, and then 2008, and then we got old Betty 2021.
Do you remember all their names from the show?
Yeah.
What were their names in the show?
Blanche.
That was the fast one.
Sophia.
That was the old lady.
Dorothy.
That's the lady's daughter.
Yep, and Rose. That
was Betty White.
Yeah, I love me now. I'm gonna tell you, I love me some Golden Girls.
Oh man.
Thank you for. Okay, sorry. I was
Just
about to go there. It took me. I was getting ready.
Just couldn't do it.
Sorry.
Well, since we already on the topic, man, what you been watching? Oh yeah. What you want to call that segment? What to watch?
What to watch?
We'll come up with something better. Come up with something better later.
I'm excited because y'all know I'm the one that never really watched
anything.
Or I watch an episode and then I'm like,
Yeah, the first 6 minutes of it.
Well, I watched Harlem on Amazon Prime.
Saw that.
I liked it. I did. I was all in my feelings and oohs and ahs, and I was like,
What'd you like about it?
I thought the acting was kind of decent. It was, I thought the script was pretty good too. Like, I kind of already seen where her and her ex Ian was going with the whole thing. You know what I mean? But I think that's what made me like it more, because it was like a little love story, like kind of thing.
I don't know about love. I mean, there was a lot of history there.
It was a lot of history.
That's how you find out your phone ain't off during the middle of the show.
I didn't have Shauna to ask me, is my phone off? So, yeah. So
Crazy for thinking it'd be off. Go ahead. Right. Welcome.
Anyways.
Welcome.
I like the plot, and it was pretty good.
I had to get past the first episode. After the first couple minutes of the first episode, I was like, okay, I can finish watching this now.
Yeah.
Because when it started, they were like, she was talking about this tribe of women who got to choose a dude, and then if they ain't like him, they can just get rid of him. He couldn't say nothing to do nothing. And she's a professor, so she gave the assignment to her class for the women to
it was
be
like
powerful.
A tribe of women.
Right, be powerful. How I want to say it. Just be powerful, assert yourselves, and all the guys in the class, you gotta do whatever the women say. That right there, I was like, man, this is way more stuff to watch than this. You know what I mean? I'm like, this is not what's about to be played in my living room. But then I was like, well, let me see where this goes. So, upon further viewing, she ain't like that in her life. I'm like, okay, cool. That's why I get it now. This is, okay. So I watched the whole thing. Whoopi Goldberg is the best character on the show because she keeps it all the way a buck with her. She's like, don't think I'm going to do you any favors because you're a black woman. You got to work twice as hard to show me that you're serious.
Right.
And she kept failing, and she made her teaching assistant, Megan Good's teaching assistant, her boss, so to speak, on a couple of assignments. I thought that was pretty dope. I like how they covered black women's issues they covered it, but they didn't cover it to a point to where you like, oh man, they just complaining or whatever. It was more or less like
it was really dope, and then like you get to see the heterosexual and the lesbian side.
Oh yeah, but I ain't even look at it like that because the lesbian lady on the show in question, she had the same issue as a heterosexual black man would have had. She's successful. She's walking through the streets with a white woman. Somebody look at her funny, and she's like, "Oh, this is uncomfortable. I don't know if I could do this." I'm like, "Hey, that's what black dudes go through too when they date outside their race." So, there was some parallels there. The part about when she passed out and had to go to the hospital, and the doctor was like, "No, that's probably just some period cramps." I want to say that's kind of how he brushed it off.
Now I will say was very spot on for me because that is so like I like how they reach or touch topics that us as black women face for real. You know what I mean?
I'm just could have sworn somebody said that. Go ahead.
You know what?
Go ahead, Lord.
I ain't trying to mess up the new set already in 2022.
That sounds so familiar. That sounds so familiar, man. But I'm sorry. Continue, please.
I don't have anything else to say. Go ahead.
Yeah, man. Harlem. What else you were watching, man?
Anyways, I watched something called Love Life. Mm-hmm. And then something, if y'all don't get it, all my movies are kind of themed around love. I'm trying to fall out of love, okay? So
she's watching them to fall out of love.
To fall out of love. To get me different points of views where I just need to just like pack it up and just run for the border. But like
I'm only smoking weed so I can stop. All right.
So, but it's called Love Life, but it was like really the first couple of episodes I was almost like the Squid Game. I was like, ooh.
Okay. What's this on?
Amazon Prime.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think it's Amazon Prime.
Okay.
But then it kind of sucked me in because it started like, I got interested in the characters, but then like the second season, it came off of like the main character that they were focusing on, like this girl named Darby, and then they switched to like the black guy that was in like the scene, and then focused on his life and his journey of it.
Did you ever see Masters of None?
No.
On Netflix with Aziz Ansari and Lena Waithe? That's how they did. The first season was about him, then the second season was more about her.
It was pretty dope. I like that. And then I did watch Leslie Jones. She had a comedy special she did.
Okay. If you just watch it, so it's probably from like 2020. No, 2021.
It was from 2021.
I'm tripping, man. I gotta get used to it.
But it was called like Public something, Leslie Jones or Public. I don't know, but it was she's funny as hell. Okay. Like she is really, really funny, and I really liked it, and I think I watched it because she was talking about some of the same shit I'm talking about. So like I can't find a man either, Leslie. Like shit. We out here together, girl. Like, damn. But she's funny. I didn't know she was that funny. Like, okay. I usually go for, like, that's so sexist. But I do usually go for the male comedians to, like, make me laugh, you know.
Nothing wrong with that.
I know, but she was pretty funny.
I didn't watch anything. I haven't been watching anything that's just brand new and super dynamic. I just finished some stuff that everybody else already watched.
Did you watch Insecure?
Yeah, I finished that.
What
I finished
did you think?
BMF. For this to be the last season, I'm like, all right, cool, kind of anticlimactic on the way out.
Disappointing me. I thought it was classic.
I could understand why you would think that. You know what I mean? But I didn't. So, I ain't got nothing bad to say about the series, the show, none of that. I mean, I'm a huge fan.
You know what I want?
What's that?
Instead of Insecure, I want a Secure series.
I don't get, how would that look?
Because, like, they're not insecure anymore. Like, that was the whole thing. Like, the last scene, the mirror girl didn't show up because she's no longer insecure. Molly's not insecure. She's married, got her man. You know what I'm saying? So, like, they're all, like, thriving and secure about themselves. So, like, let's drop the insecure season and let's make a secure season. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's come on, Issa. Like,
See, I got you saying, know what I'm saying, for no reason.
I do. Like, it just rubbed off.
Yeah. But okay. Somebody put that together. Secure.
You know, I'm available if you need me to write something. I'm here. Or act in a part.
Don't ask her to talk on the mic. Just get it right.
I mean, you can write. You can get me to sing on the mic. I'll act. You know, cut me a check. I'm just saying.
Now, C-Lowe with sports. C-Lowe with sports. What you got? What you got in sports, C-Lowe?
You know what I'm gonna say first.
Oh, you talking about that buzzer beater? That's where you going?
Are you talking about the Celtics? Or did you bring that up? Like, did you, of all things we could talk about, you just had to bring that up?
You said you know. You said you know what I would bring up. I didn't know you
No, I
talking about how
wasn't
the
going to
Celtics
go
lost
there.
at the buzzer.
Actually, I wasn't even going to bring that up at all. Thank
Okay,
you,
my
because
bad.
I was still in my feelings.
We're gonna
about
edit it out.
I felt that
We're gonna edit it out.
Yeah, edit that, okay? Like, let's go back. C-Lowe on sports. Let's try that again. You know.
Celtics C-Lowe, what you got?
Don't know this whole shit.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Well, I just want to talk about our friend Antonio Brown.
It's not our friend, but go ahead.
I kind of like siding with, like, I feel sorry for him. And
Why
I
is
know
that?
everybody else is kind of like, oh, he deserves it. He's crazy. No other team is going to accept him. He's been doing, yeah. But, like, his response or his reasoning was saying that he was still hurt and he's still injured. Protect the black man. Like, if you still injured, like, they just want to send a black man out there to win the game for him, so try to get in the playoffs and do all this other stuff. Like, I will say, yes, he took it a little far, throwing your jersey off and stuff. But, like, that was his moment. We can't control of how people react. You know what I mean? Like, I just feel I feel bad for him.
Okay.
And I see you don't feel bad for him.
No, I don't. No.
You don't care?
I mean, I'm not invested in it. I'm just looking at the facts of the situation. If you say your ankle is messed up, I shouldn't see you jogging off, then jumping up and down in the opposing team's end zone, waving to their crowd, getting their crowd hyped up as you jog to the tunnel. What part of your ankle is hurt if you're doing all that? Secondly, we've all quit a job. Like, that's how you quitting? That's how you quitting. See, normally when you quit a job,
Please
you
put in
go
your two
to get another job and they ask you, so can we contact your ex-employer? And you have the option of saying, yeah, cool, or you know what I'm saying? But in this case, since you on national television, in front of billions of folks, your new employer ain't got to call your ex-employer.
Mr. Brown, we currently
We're gonna keep you on file, man. We're gonna keep you on file.
I mean,
there's not much to this story for me.
but I will say Tom Brady still came in classic and still spoke highly of him. Didn't
Oh man,
to
this ain't
shit
Tom
talk
Brady's.
him.
This ain't Tom Brady appreciation around here, man. Go Panthers! Can't wait for the draft.
Nobody was talking about them bap-ass Panthers.
You ain't got to. You ain't got
Nobody
to.
cares about them.
What they say on the bottom of that marquee? NC. Don't worry about it. Nobody has to mention the
a lot
Panthers.
of people to help you guys out.
Shout out
and
the Hornets.
You think Cam will be there next year?
I don't care. I wasn't with Cam coming this year.
Oh, okay.
I spoke about it. Everybody was hyped. I'm like, he couldn't hit an open target when he was in his prime.
Well, we'll take Cam at Washington because guess what? Speaking of Washington football team.
Yo, your earring don't even want to hear that. We're going to moving along. Moving along. The lady on your ear didn't even want to hear that, yo.
No,
You can't get any clearer than that. Yo, you talk about a sign from God? Your earring hopped off your ear.
didn't want to hear. Like, we about to have a name.
And she don't want to hear it.
Because she ain't want to hear the prospects that I heard. I ain't want to hear it either. Like, who wants to be called the Washington Red Dogs? What? Come on, Washington. I'm better off with the football. Go football team.
I need to turn that into like some type of meme right there. When somebody say something that you ain't trying to hear, the lady right there just fall off.
Leave my earring alone. I have nothing else to say.
Yo, that was classic.
I'm pushing it back to you. My sports talk is over. I ain't even gonna say shit else, okay?
What you mean?
All because LaQuisha here wanted to fall off my ear in the middle of my segment when I wanted to talk about my team. Like, how dare you be so rude?
As soon as you said,
Like,
she said, speaking of Washington.
Just all out in the open and stuff.
The
Like,
earring went kamikaze and just jumped right off her ear. Like, I don't care where I land, it's got to be better than the Washington talk.
I'm
But
just saying.
okay, keeping it sports real quick before we do music and get up out of here. If you had to pick an MVP in the NBA right now, who would it be?
That's tough.
Now, you know, normally the MVP, the team's record is involved with the MVP race, correct? But I want to throw that to the side. I don't even care about the record. I just mean who is playing the best basketball so far this year. Record notwithstanding.
I mean, all my hitters have been like, I know that ain't LeBron. I know you ain't talking about LeBron. That's your MVP. Nah.
You want to look up his numbers real quick at the age of 37?
I'm a LeBron fan, but I just don't think
You want to look up his numbers real quick at the age of 37?
I would go with KD.
You are entitled to your opinion.
I am.
You're entitled to your opinion.
And I think KD is nasty. Like,
Kyrie just showed me he'd run that team.
welcome. You know what? We didn't even talk about that. I'm
Nothing
so
to talk
sorry.
about. Kyrie came back.
Welcome back, Kyrie, for your first game.
Kyrie
came out
back,
and balled out.
did what he supposed to do, and now
he
Kevin
did.
Durant can chill. He was like, "Oh, thank you, God. I do not have to be the leader of this team."
I mean, he still does it.
I can't stand being a leader.
But like, I feel like a lot of the pressure was relieved. Kyrie came out and did like I've never negated that he was not talented and he was not an important factor on that team.
The factor on that team.
He is a very major, like,
The very major, whatever she was gonna say.
I'm saying KD is still the. Come on now.
KD is a very, 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 very highly skilled, highly talented, complimentary player. I'm not saying he's not
Complimentary to Kyrie.
Kevin Durant doesn't lead any team he's on. Show me when he's led a team.
What has he been doing all season?
Just hooping.
Who's been leading then?
They just hooping. Like Kevin Durant has shown you throughout his career that leadership role, it ain't for me.
Even if he doesn't really want, okay, if you say that, but he's like
He's
a
showing you that.
natural born leader. Like when he gets out there
that's
and
not,
plays
that's not
and
true
does
at all.
what he
He's
does.
a natural born basketball player. You can say that. You cannot tell me he's a natural born leader. That is no.
I'm not having this argument with you.
The other earring should have jumped off right then. Like, no.
You know what? You're not gonna keep doing this. Like, can you edit that out?
Nope.
Hater.
That other earring should have bungee jumped off your ear.
Whatever.
Right there. But it's
It
cool.
didn't
It's
because
cool. It's cool.
it knows what I'm saying. Okay, it's true.
It's not at all. So you got Brooklyn going to the finals? Over Milwaukee, over Chicago.
I think right now it's kind of anybody's game, to be honest. Like, honestly, like, everybody shows up when they want to show up and when they want to play. And, like, you know, when Giannis was out, Yanni Poo, they wasn't playing. And now, you know, I give my players nicknames and stuff. So, yeah. They could possibly be a contender. New York could be a contender. My Celtics could be a
the Knicks.
the Nets could be a contender.
Brooklyn.
My Celtics could be a contender.
Jump earring. Jump. She said the Celtics. Oh man, you want to go ahead right now and your Celtics versus my Hornets to see who's gonna actually be in the playoffs?
My Celtics.
What's the wager? What's the wager?
I don't know.
What you feel like losing?
What I feel like losing?
Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna lose.
So we got $50 on the Hornets are gonna be in the playoffs instead of the Celtics. If they both end up in the playoffs, we'll do another bet later on when we find that out. But for right now, my Hornets are going to the playoffs and they're gonna be watching.
My Celtics are.
They're gonna be watching.
And he's gonna be watching from the couch, upset. And when he comes back on the next that episode, he's gonna sit here and have to tell you guys how he feels. Okay. Thanks.
So, what you been listening to in music, Lo?
You know what? I really haven't been listening to like a lot of music because I've just been like super busy. But I've just would say like just random R&B. Like I have an R&B playlist on my Apple Play Music, and I just been listening to different songs. Nothing in particular, just smooth R&B. That's what I've been vibing on. No particular artist. Now I will say there's this song called, is it Hers and Hers or Hours and Hours? I don't know. It's
Google
like
that. Get back to me.
Yeah, it's pretty dope. Like, but that's just kind of where I've been. I haven't really been. I kind of focus. If you notice, like if I watch stuff, I don't really do a lot of music.
You can't do both.
One of the, I have to plan my stuff out because if I want to grow, I can't be stuck on just listening to music and watching TV. I gotta push myself. Like I really push myself a lot to do a lot of stuff. Like
you can listen to music while doing that. Don't make it seem like you gotta cut music off to do that.
Not, sometimes I can, but then sometimes when you don't really feel like doing what you gotta do, and then the music takes you somewhere, and then I be up dancing or vibing.
But they have music that also motivates you. That's why I'm telling you can listen to music and do anything.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
Mm-hmm. I believe you.
Music is the soundtrack to life.
I absolutely, like, I love music. That's just, I think sometimes music takes me different places, like, because I'm a writer and I'm a singer.
You got to fall out of love with the same songs you've been listening to. And
That's
fall in
right.
love with listening to new songs.
There you go. That's that 2022 motto. I'm going to try it. I'm going to put it to use.
For sure. I was listening to Mr. H is Black News, gentleman out of North Dallas. Me and B Mac actually interviewed him for the ShopTalk NC Presents Mac and South show. Yeah, he came through. Interview out now, 58 South TV YouTube. Yeah.
Go watch it. Like, subscribe, share.
Dope song. It's called Addicted. Another joint is Bossing Up featuring Erica Banks. Everybody know Erica Banks from Dallas. 1501 Music. Yeah, so that's what I've been listening to, along with Nas's Magic EP. Can't wait for King's Disease 3. Yeah, man, so that's what I've been listening to, along with my just going back, listening to a lot of old stuff and getting right, getting myself in position for great things this year.
Okay, great things.
Absolutely.
Big things in 2022.
If it's any local artists that you want to be mentioned or you want your song talked about, anything like that, man, holler at us, and we'll get that done for you. We'll discuss all the particulars.
More or less holler at him because, I don't read my inboxes on social media. So now if it's my business, I'm a read that because that's business. But, like, if you hit my personal line for something like that, hit him up.
Yeah, just hit me. It's cool. So, Lo, what we learned today?
I learned that you're a hater about my Celtics.
Okay. Just not learning, all right.
No, I'm just saying the hate grows more and more every time.
Just calling me a cancer. Okay.
So I learned that. I also learned a little bit about, what was that, like, Elizabeth? We're going to talk about later. I got to Google her.
Elizabeth Holmes.
A little bit like, come on, Lizzie. I just gave her a nickname.
You did.
Lizzie. I learned that I did not. I did. I chose KD. But did you choose LeBron?
How'd you learn you chose KD? You said
no.
What you
I was about to be like, I didn't choose anybody, but then I was like, wait, I chose KD as my.
Shorty got a one-track mind. Don't matter if it's yours or mine. But
And I notice my friend keeps coming for me today, and I think it's only because I'm the only person here, but he has been just like, rah, and I'm just letting it slide today because it's the first show of 2022.
It's so noticeable. Proof is in the pudding, man. The proof is in the pudding. It ain't just me. It's not just me. You good?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I learned that Lois nuts if she thinks the Celtics are going to the playoffs. She has a real passion for children. I learned that today because I've never seen her that fired up about anything. We were talking about the bus situation. I also learned that she can't watch TV and listen to music in the same week. And I also learned that you got to fall out of love with stuff to fall in love with other stuff.
That's so true, though.
Who knew?
That's really true.
I also learned that given the proper humidity, Lowe's hair turns into an afro.
Look at it. I told y'all by the end of the show we was going to be afro down, and we are almost there.
But nah, man, today we had a great time, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for listening. It's your man, 58 South.
It's your girl, C-Lowe.
One word, 2 fingers, 3 times. Peace.
Damn, we ain't happy back to do that shit.
He'll be here to mess it up next week. We out.